Hi everyone. So it has been a while, and anyway, in this tutorial we're going to be using a specific tool on GIMP, and that tool is called the healing tool, and we're going to demonstrate where that tool can be used and for what application. So in this case, as you've probably guessed, we're going to be using it in order to fix, say, blemishes or spots on the skin, or even wrinkles for that matter. And the tool that we're going to be using is called the healing tool. So when you load up GIMP, you most likely will be seeing this clone tool here. So just click onto it, scroll down to the healing tool, and you have that set in place. You'll also have layers here. So we have one layer, which is the image that we're working on. What I tend to do is I will just create a duplicate of that. So I'll name that original, and I'll name that edited, and I'll be working on the edited layer, so make sure that's highlighted. You can see that from the light gray that's highlighted, and we're going to be working on this layer itself. So you make sure that this tool is actually selected, and what I tend to do, because I'm using a Mac, I think it's the same on a Windows machine, but instead of command on Windows, you press control. But on a Mac, I keep my finger down on the control key on the keyboard, and then I use the roller to zoom in or zoom out. So I'm zooming in here, and I want to work on this blemish here, this spot here. And what I'll tend to do is you'll move the cursor outside, somewhere close to the spot, but outside where the skin is, say, smooth and vibrant. Press the command key on the keyboard for Mac. I think it's control on Windows. Keep your finger down on it and click once. So it sort of selects that area, and it's using the information on this area to fix this problem. So once you click on this area, let go of the command button and move your mouse over, and you can click once, or you could just sort of keep your finger down on the mouse and sort of do the circular motion, and you can see it's done a decent job in terms of fixing that issue. Now if you feel the circle here, the diameter of the circle's too big, I use shortcuts. So on the MacBook, again, there are two keys that have brackets on them, right? And it's the ones that's got the square brackets. So you press one of them, it will decrease the size. You press the other one, it will increase the size. So for example, here we could see where the curvature of the chin is. We will probably likely want to make that circumference or diameter of the circle even smaller. So once again, move away from where the spot is. Keep your finger down on the command or control button. Click once in that area. Let go of the keyboard, and then move over it and click once with your mouse, and or you could just keep your finger down on the mouse button and just rotate. You move the mouse in a circular motion, and it fixes that problem. So you can keep doing that, and you can see here we can do the same again. I'll just quickly show you. It does a decent job, right? And you can see here the skin is more pink, so instead of going here in the white area, I'll go above on the area where the skin is more pink. Control click, and then try and blend it in as nicely as you can. This also works very well on not that this lady has wrinkles, but you know what I'm saying. It works well in wrinkles. Control, put your finger down on the control button on the keyboard, click away from it, and here I just do a single click, and you can see that it removes that blemish, or rather removes the wrinkles. And you just keep on working on it, and control the size of the circle. Keep doing that. In this case, maybe we go about there. You could see it didn't work great there because there's a difference in the skin color, but it's not bad either, right? So let's go here and do that there, and you just keep on doing that until you manage to smoothen out the skin, but without it looking too photoshopped, right? So the reason for the 2 layers is, now if you could look here, this is the before, this is the after. Now it's a good improvement. I mean, you could see that, like in this one here, for example, if you look at that one there, you could see that maybe I could have done a better job here, but that's the whole purpose of this tool, and you can just keep on going, working away at it, and until you get it right, basically, until you're happy with the results. So I can keep on doing that. Maybe I could use this skin color here just to reduce the amount of redness. Let me have a quick look here. Yeah, you could see this one here looks a little bit unnatural, because when I bring the spot, you could see the spots there, but then when I remove it, you could see the sort of circular motions. So you could just keep working at it, and until you get it about right. Maybe the circular turning does a better job. Maybe we could just do a bit more up here, blend it in, and you just work away at it. Of course, it takes a bit of time. You've got to be a bit patient with it so that you don't make it look too unnatural. But you can see here that's a far better improvement, and I think anyone would be happier with this result than this result. But it's not perfect, but you get the idea. You just keep on testing it and trying it out, and see how you feel about it until you get used to it. And then, you know, it's all about working on the size of the circle, increasing it, decreasing it to suit your size, and then depending on what area of the skin you want to click. So in this case, do you want the whiter area? Do you want the area that's a bit more red, so it blends in a bit nicely? Because you could see here there is a bit of a circular motion, right? And it doesn't look too natural, but you could click away, maybe this skin here, and, you know, keep building it until it looks a bit more natural. So I hope this helps. It's a very quick one. I don't want to use up too much time blabbering on the video, but it gives you an idea of what you need to do, and, you know, just keep working at it. So again, once again, before, after, before, after. Thanks guys, take care, and hopefully I'll do another video soon.